Week number 5, yes, we are still pushing and moving right along with the squats. Hopefully the good news for you guys, hopefully it's good news for you, is that the reps are continuing to come down just a little bit as those weights are going up. So to me, that's always good news, always, fun news. You put all this work in over the course of the last 4 weeks to be able to build up, progress up to those loads that we're at right now. 90%, for example, you're going to be trying to do some reps with that. That is, a very heavy load on any given day, but you guys are ready and prepared for that. So be confident with it, go after it, attack it, be aggressive with it. You guys should be good to go. Again, we'll continue pushing for a few more weeks after this, and then you'll finally see a little bit of relief. Now, last week you did have a little bit of a break on the Olympic list, but we're bringing those back in. You're going to see regular snatches and clean and jerks back in there. Range this week is going to be 75 to 90%. So get some good reps in there, get some good work in. The range is in there for a reason. Again, you're still doing a lot of work in the strength movements, the squats, not only the squats, the deadlifts, the presses, and that kind of thing. So your body may be still a little bit tired, and that's okay for the Olympic lifts specifically. So hang back at the low end of those ranges there if you need to. If you're feeling okay, if the quality is feeling good, if you're moving well, then push on up to that 90%, and we'll continue trying to progress that up through the weeks. I promise you, I want to reconfirm this, that you'll be far better off in the following weeks if you read your body and give it the loads that it needs. We need a certain amount of weight in there. We need a certain amount of reps in there for you to get a minimum amount of work in. And it's written in there, so don't worry about it. Do the best you can. But again, on up to that 90% if everything is good. Okay? On the behind the neck push presses, make sure that you're, again, reading the description and watching the video as I always recommend, but make sure that one of the things that it says is hold overhead briefly. I like 1 to 2 seconds. I know 2 seconds is a long time to hold a snatch, grip, push press overhead. Can get a little bit uncomfortable, but I want you to find that slot and try to find that, slight amount of relaxation overhead each rep, as opposed to just up and down, up and down, up and down. So up, feel that lockout, down, and then go again. You can touch and go if you want to, if your quality is good, if you're consistent with your position, but try to relax just briefly overhead each rep, and that'll go a long way, especially you guys that struggle with overhead mobility. If you're just getting to this position, up and down, up and down, up and down, you're just going to reinforce what we don't want there. All right? On the power snatches and power cleans, power jerks as well, those percentages, again, are taken off of something slightly different than the actual exercise that you're doing. And also, they're aggressive. The percentages are pretty aggressive. The reps are pretty aggressive, as you guys know from going through the first 4 weeks. So as we're going up in weight here, and we are bringing the reps down, but as we're going up in weight, keep that quality in mind. It's really easy to, say, jump out too wide, or on the last rep of the set, if it becomes a squat snatch or a squat clean instead of a power, then we want to bring those weights down. I've written some slight ranges in there to try to help keep you on top of that, but don't be afraid to come down even more. The percentages, yes, we want to push them. We want to, if they're there, we want them to help get you stronger. But those quality reps, especially with the power snatches, power cleans, power jerks, are far more important than the load. We can get a lot of speed, a lot of good technique work out of that. And one of the standards that I like to follow is if you're the inside of your foot is jumping out any further than the outside of your shoulder, then that's a good indication that you need to bring the weight down just a little bit. Okay, guys, so keep an eye on that, and let's do the best we can there. Those will carry over much better to the regular Olympic lifts if they are quality. Clean deadlifts are continuing to, in the snatch deadlifts as well, but the clean deadlifts that you're doing from the floor are continuing to progress up. That's been a slow progression, I know, and I know that this program, with those sets and reps on the clean deadlift specifically, can be very monotonous, and I know it's getting there. There's been no kind of relief or break from them, but just hang in there. we're going to push these for a couple more weeks as well. And again, I know that you're going to get good benefit out of that and be able to take that into a stronger feeling clean and snatch pull by the time where you get done with it, get backed off and put it all together. All right, guys. So that's it for the week. Next week we'll be back to just progress on up. You'll see more of the same in there on week 6, and that's what I'll be back to talk to you about then. Take care.